What if I told you that your entire life could change by acting as if nothing could affect you? Imagine going through chaos, insults, betrayal, and feeling nothing. Not because you've shut down, but because you've risen above. What if, no matter what life threw at you, you could stand like an ancient mountain, still, silent, unshaken? This isn't just a fantasy. It's the core of a forgotten ancient practice. It's a way of thinking that shaped emperors, warriors, and sages. And it's the foundation of Stoicism. The great Roman emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In this video, we dive into the story of Marcus himself, a man who ruled the most powerful empire on earth, yet lived with more inner calm than most monks. He was betrayed, attacked, hated, but still, he remained unmoved, because he didn't just think like a Stoic, he acted like one. And today, I'll show you what happens when you act as if nothing affects you, and how that mindset can completely transform your world. Let's begin. Number 1. The burden of power. Marcus Aurelius, under siege. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a philosopher. He was a warrior emperor, and he carried the weight of the Roman Empire on his shoulders. During his reign, Marcus faced nearly every kind of suffering imaginable. A devastating plague swept through Rome. His own generals betrayed him. Enemies gathered at the borders. And worst of all, his own son was unworthy to inherit the throne. Any modern person would crack under this pressure, but not Marcus. Instead, he woke up early every morning and wrote in his journal, not to vent, not to complain, but to train his mind. In those pages, he reminded himself daily, if it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. It's not things that upset us, but our judgment of them. And most powerfully, act as if nothing can touch you. He didn't say this because he was cold or numb. He said it because he understood. Your response is your power. Every day, Marcus practiced indifference, not to life, but to anything outside his control. He ruled millions, but his greatest victory was over his own mind. This is how he transformed stress into peace, pressure into strength, suffering into serenity. And this same mindset is available to you. Number 2, the power of acting. As if. Here's the Stoic trick most people miss. You don't have to wait until you feel strong to act strong. The Stoics believed in something radical. Act as if you are already the person you want to be. Marcus Aurelius didn't wait to feel calm. He acted calm. He didn't wait for things to get better. He chose to respond better. By acting as if nothing could affect him, he became someone nothing could shake. And here's why this works. Your brain responds to behavior more than intention. When you act with strength, stillness, and dignity, your mind begins to believe it. You stand taller. You speak slower. You breathe deeper. You don't chase or cling. You observe. You lead yourself. And soon, people start noticing. You don't react like others. You don't get dragged into drama. You move differently. That's the Stoic effect. You've trained your mind by training your actions. As Epictetus once said, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. And in a world filled with noise and chaos, the one who acts calm becomes powerful, not by pretending, but by choosing their posture, tone, and thoughts, moment by moment. Number 3, the example of the fire. Let me tell you a story. A student once asked a Stoic master, "Why do you act as if nothing can hurt you?" The master replied with a smile, "Because I am the fire, not the fuel." The student looked confused. So the master continued, "When life throws problems at you, insults, losses, failure, most people act like fuel. They catch fire, they burn, they react. But the Stoic," he said, "acts like the fire itself. He doesn't react, he transforms. Throw wood into a fire, it burns hotter. Throw pain into a Stoic, it makes him wiser. Throw betrayal, he becomes more patient. Throw chaos, he becomes more still." That's what it means to act as if nothing affects you. You see, it's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about directing them. It's about transmuting pain into peace. And once you learn to do this, you stop fearing what life throws at you, because everything becomes fuel for your inner fire. This mindset doesn't make you robotic. It makes you indestructible, just like Marcus, just like Epictetus, just like the Stoics who walked before us. Number 4, apply this in modern life. So how can you apply this today? Here are 3 simple Stoic actions you can take. 1. Practice the pause. When something triggers you, pause for 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, ask, "Is this in my control?" If not, drop it. If yes, act wisely. 2. Create a Stoic alter ego. Choose a Stoic name, Marcus, Seneca, Aurelius, and step into that mindset. Ask yourself, how would Marcus respond to this text, to this insult, to this delay? And then act as if you're already that version of you. 3. End your day with reflection. Ask, what affected me today? Why did I let it affect me? What can I do better tomorrow? Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself daily, not to impress others, but to become unshakable. You can do the same. Because here's the secret. You don't become Stoic by reading. You become Stoic by acting Stoic, until it becomes who you are. And the more you act unshaken, the more the world will bow, not to your ego, but to your presence. Moral lesson and final impact. Life won't get easier. People won't suddenly become kinder, and the world won't stop throwing storms your way. But you can change. You can become the calm inside the storm. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still chose humility, calm, and clarity. He didn't control the world, but he controlled his response to it. And that's your power too. Act as if nothing affects you, not because you're numb, but because you've realized nothing can affect your peace unless you allow it. When you begin acting Stoic, you think clearer, You walk straighter. You speak with less rush, more power. You stop being reactive and start becoming intentional. And that's when the world begins to change. Not because it's different, but because you are. So start today. Be calm when others are loud. Be still when others panic. Be grounded when others waver. And in doing so, you will transform your world, not through force, but through presence. Subscribe to Wisdom of the Stoics for more powerful stories, mindset shifts, and life-changing lessons from ancient minds. Because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more stillness. It needs more Stoics.